Hello everyone, this is Chainbreaker again. I'm bringing you some wonderful views of Montgomery, Alabama. It gets such a bad rap all the time, but technically it's depending on where you go. It is beautiful, y'all. Um, don't go everywhere, anytime, in whatever city you are in. So for those of you who know Montgomery, know the South, you know that. And for those of you who don't, if you're from North and you hear all these things about Montgomery, stay away from Montgomery. You can't be from a big city because Montgomery is just like any other city. Know where you go and know where not to go. But overall, this is a state building right here. I'm doing all this in person because even though you see all these things on videos and they look so professional and it just looks like, someone who videoed it who really didn't care about too much of the city. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying most of people it's just something to do. But I'm here videoing the city where I live and the city that I have experienced for almost 10 years. And I'm not going to tell you any lie, and I'm not going to fabricate anything, and I'm not going to scare anybody off either, because if I have said this before, I've said it. I have lived in, it's a drawing over there. I hope y'all can see it good. Security guard up there. But I have lived here for 10 years. I've lived in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area almost 3 years. And I lived in Atlanta area, like I said, for almost 3 years. And oh my goodness, I definitely lived in Tallahassee, probably 6 years or whatever. And Tallahassee can be rough, so I don't know what everybody's talking about, but any place can be rough. Y'all see this? I mean, I've seen a lot of things, but I have never seen too much of Montgomery right up front. Right here it says, you may not can't see it, says April 4th, 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated, Memphis, Tennessee. And it has other people there. October the 2nd, 1967, Thurgood Marshall sworn in as first black Supreme Court Justice. See, it has a lot of nice history right here. February 27th, 1967, it says Wallace Jackson, civil rights leader, killed after promotion to white job Nazi. It's about to fade out. They need to redo this thing because some of the stuff is about faded out. What is this? May 17, 1954, Supreme Court outlaws school board segregation and Brown versus Board of Education. I mean, some of this stuff on here, you all, you can't buy it, August 28, 1955, Emmett Lewis Till, youth murdered for speaking to white woman. What it says, Moni, Mississippi. Don't make me lie, because like I said, some of this stuff is fading out and I can't hardly see it. Oh, and here's one right here, December 1st, 1955. Y'all may can see it, may not. Rosa Parks arrested for refusing to give up her seat on a bus to a white man, Montgomery, Alabama. And December 5th, 1955, Montgomery bus cop begins. But it's a lot more. But here's a stream. Let me show it to you all. Let me back up. But here's a stream. Look, I'm about to get wet fooling with y'all. It says, until justice rolls down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. Martin Luther King Jr. This is like, I mean, you cannot buy this, you all. And I've been saying myself, I've been here how long? And I've been saying I need to get my butt and go. Let me see, can I get over here another street? I need to get my butt and go walking downtown and experience this history that people have put time and money in to give us, y'all. And I mean, it's almost like, I can't say we going backwards, because, you know, like I tell people, I grew up in the 70s. Here it is. Southern Poverty Law Center, founded 1971. I have been here all my life. I mean, not here, but I grew up, like I said, I don't know if I said this before, but I grew up in a small town in Florida. And people would think, oh, it's not that much crime, whatever, right? Oh, don't move to Miami, don't move to Montgomery, don't move here. You all, I have seen more, or heard, not seen, heard about more murders personally in my little small town in Florida than I have in the bigger cities. Because, you know, of course, in the bigger cities, you don't know the people that's dying and all that stuff like that. So therefore, you don't take it so personal. But when you live in a city where you know the people that are dying from violence and gun violence and all that, then you take it very personal. Excuse me. But I guess there's nothing on here. But I want to show you all this paint. But you can hear it on the news all day long. But when you start experiencing knowing the people personally, you just saw them. You know, you hear these stories. Oh, I just saw that person. Just talked to him on the phone. Look at this drawing. Up to the top, can y'all read it? It says vote, vote, vote. And it says end racism justice now. Then it says the march continues. Families belong together. Excuse me. Give us the ballot. Give us the vote. I guess I can step on here. And do y'all see this paint? Do y'all see this paint? I've been in Montgomery almost 10 years, y'all, and never have come this close to this painting. And this thing right here says, real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time. RBG. I don't know who that is, but. And up there, you see it says, vote, vote. You all just don't know. When you're in a city full of history. Hold on, it's a loud noise. Let me get on by. But when you're living and breathing in the city that people shedded blood. Here, this is the Dexter Avenue King Memorial Legacy Center. Y'all, people shedded blood, tears, and walked and sing and held hands and cried and prayed and prayed and prayed for us to have the living that we have right now. And y'all, are we gonna repay them by killing each other? They fought so that white people wouldn't kill us. Look at that, the legacy. They fought hard, y'all, so that the white people wouldn't kill us. And now we're killing each other. Lord, I hope I can say these kind of words on YouTube. I better stop. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody or trigger anybody. But Look at that. That is beautiful. Look how tall that thing is. Oh my goodness. But look at me. Ooh, WWSFA news people. But look at me, y'all. I'm walking around. Do you know years ago you wouldn't be able to walk downtown like this without scared of repercussions? I mean, we take it for granted. We really do. Oh, there was a little painting up there. I need to go up there one day. It's a painting on that wall up there. But I just like to say, y'all, like I said, I'm not perfect. So when I'm speaking to you all, I'm speaking to myself. That I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely am older than a lot of people. Some people older than me. But especially for my younger people, you don't have to be perfect, but just don't forget how you're able to carry that Louis Vuitton bag. Don't forget, this is on the church that Martin Luther King preached at. I'm gonna come around here and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm probably not gonna be able to get in because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. You have to pay to get in these things, but I don't know. Let's see. But look, what I'm saying is, while we're getting millions of dollars off of YouTube, and and this is nothing that really irritates me. These people who pick at black women so much, y'all pick. Nobody's trying to help us raise these kids and try to do the right thing, bring us back into the churches and do all that. You just want to pick at the black woman and talk about us and just judge us. Back in the day, we knew how to pull together no matter what. That is the capital right there. But my point is, what I'm trying to make is, I know we talk about black men too, y'all. I know. But what I'm just saying is, sometimes you black men who's making these millions and all this, just make sure you get back to a sister, some. Because I can almost promise you, as a sister, if I ever became a millionaire or billionaire, you best believe I'm giving back. Here's the church, y'all, right here. Oh, Lord, can I back up without falling? There's the top of it right there. And there's the whole church. Now, what you all see on these professional videos and TV and all that, that doesn't experience that. I'm getting ready to walk up these stairs where Martin Luther King walked up, getting ready to preach. Well, he really went through that door probably. But let's see. I don't know. Yeah, look, I'm ignorant to my history too. That's why I'm teaching it to myself too. But just imagine the black people, y'all, that walked up these stairs singing those spirituals, y'all. Trying to get us free from all kind of prejudices. Can you imagine? It's almost like I can feel their spirits, Lord Jesus. Woo, let me see. I think it's their lot, y'all. Yeah, it is. Because I think you have to reserve. You have to reserve tours and stuff. But look at that, y'all. Montgomery, it can be a beautiful place. And there's other places I just haven't gone. But it can be a beautiful place if we want it to be. I mean, even I know where to go and where not to go. And like I said, I don't live in the best of the area. But I strategically went to that area for cheaper rent. But that's not my destiny. If God give me breath and strength, I'm planning on doing much better. And like I said, I work now and I have a pretty good job. Like I said, I don't know what y'all thinking as far as money now, because some of the young people be like, that's all. And that could be true. And baby, hey, look, I'm all for you doing better than me. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the next generation. We're not going to expect any less from you all. Don't think y'all doing all that and so much more. Like, take things like me. I'm sacrificing so much for my daughter to drive her to a magnet school. All that I do for her. Nobody did that for me, and I didn't even have an opportunity to go to a magnet school. But, so do you really think if she bragged about she getting a really, really better job than me and how much money she making more than me, do you really think I'm going to sit here and look at her and say, oh, I'm such a failure? No, I'm going to say, excuse me, Miss Ma'am. Excuse me, Miss Ma'am. Who helped you get the education you need to get where you are, okay? So, as long as y'all don't forget, I mean, I want y'all to be the bosses. You know what I'm saying? I have that little picture, and I have two of them, I think, in my daughter's room about being a girl boss. Hey, you darn right. I want her to be a boss. And I've already teaching her how. Do for yourself. Don't expect anybody to do for you. And if somebody have to do for you, child, they'll do for you. And they'll be glad to do for you. But when you lazy and you expect somebody to do something for you, like you privileged, I'm here to tell you right now, not everybody gonna do that. But I expect my younger, lovely liberators to be better. I expect you all to bring us out of so much stuff that we still going through. One thing I want y'all to do is stop the violence. Stop the violence toward each other. I know y'all think that's cute, and I know y'all think that's the thing to do. But y'all, we are losing our people. It's not that many of us here. Like, take for instance, like when I was growing up, my mom and her sisters and all them had 4 and 5 children. I only had 1. My other sisters had 2. You know, come on. We already not having that many. And then on top of that, we're killing the ones we do have. Oh, I said I won't say it no more. I'm sorry, but whatever. But y'all, come on. We have to do better. We have to. I mean, you know, okay, let's think about all the times where you're going to get in accidents. You know, all the other stuff going to happen. But on top of that, someone deliberately taking your life. That is, we don't have to. Even if you have to be the one to run away. Child, like when we used to say back in the day, run away to tell a story another day. Child, something like that. And that is so true. That is so true. But anyway, I was just trying to show y'all some more downtown real quick and all that. But it's much more to see in Montgomery. It's a lot more to see. I mean, it's not all bad, y'all. It's like any other city. I mean, look how many beautiful banks they have up there. Look at their Regions, Guardian, Max, Credit Union. I mean, they have really nice, you know how, let me tell y'all something about me. When I was in the ATL, baby, a sister loved a Q-tip. What's it called, Q-tip? Yeah, I think it was Q-tip. Convenience store. Honey, that was the happiness store, honey. They call that the meetup store. Every time you pumping gas, honey, somebody was hollering at you. And they had like little nice stuff in there. Now, stuff like a lot of convenience stores have now, y'all take for granted. But when I was growing up, and Q-tip was the first store I seen that had all this fancy stuff, the fruit and all kind of stuff, and greeted you. They were very professional black people in there, honey. They were young, but they had a beautiful spirit about them. Like they was proud to be what they was doing, and they was welcoming you, and you didn't feel like you were bothering them. And Let me see how I can get over here on the sidewalk or something. But yeah, I mean, I love that. Now I see them all the time now, and it's better and better stores. Now I see them all the time. They're I'm trying to pass somebody. How you doing? Without all this talking, I'm trying to pass somebody, y'all. But yeah. Now, y'all know y'all younger people take this for granted. How these good convenience stores are built now, and how they have nice gas pumps. And I remember growing up. Oh, you talking about some regular gas pumps? Honey, please. You really went there just to pump gas. You didn't want to talk to anybody. You didn't want to do nothing. You just want to say, "Let me go." But no, now the gas stations are like almost like a miniature Walmart. Well, I can't say Walmart anymore because some people, some of y'all don't realize the old Walmart either. I remember the day when Walmart was a beautiful place to go to, honey. It was like, oh, you got so excited to go to Walmart, honey, because you knew you were going to see somebody, and you knew that the stores was beautiful back then, and they had all the stuff lined up. Here's a little beautiful child care thing right here. But I'm getting ready to turn back around because sister gonna do some walking, but she ain't doing too much walking. Look at that cross up there. But no, I know a lot of y'all just don't understand us like we didn't understand our parents, that you see the progress we've been making, and we just don't want to go backwards, y'all. That's all. We're not trying to tell you what to do, and you don't know this and you don't know that, and you don't know what he did to me or she did to me. Okay, yeah, but if you take them out, then you're gonna get taken out. So we done lost two beautiful people, okay? So we just trying to get y'all to add the math up and see that you all are in a better space than we were and have so much to make your lives better. So we just saying live it and enjoy this life the best way you can. And I think if younger people start with this mentality of my parents are supposed to pay my bills, my parents are supposed to do this, supposed to do that, and just say, well, I'm just going to get what I can get. They're going to trust it, babe. And WSFA 12 right there. Like I did. When I was growing up, you know what I used to say, y'all, to myself? I don't care how much money my parents had. I used to tell myself this. Oh, when I grow up, I'm going to have this. When I grow up, I'm going to have that. Never in my wildest dream did I ever say at my mouth that my mama is going to buy me a house when I grow up. My mama going to buy me a car when I grow up. Or she going to give me some money. I mean, that didn't even come out my mouth, y'all. I guess because I knew I had other siblings, but still, it just never came out my mouth to really expect my mother to pay my way. Now, did people help me? Of course. But did I expect them to help me? No. I mean, and don't get me wrong, honey. If some people want to help me, sometimes I don't know where I would be this day. But I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And they know who they are. And I always tell them thank you. And please, if I can. And you know how they say, don't you ever forget where you come from. I'm making sure they don't even forget what they did, by showing them, like, if they ever needed me for something, I'm there for them and all that much as I can be. So I try to pay back the way I can. What is this? This is the Flint Tolbert Judicial Building. But see, Montgomery got a lot of little big buildings around, and not that many. I know we're not Miami. I guess we ain't trying to be, but it's enough. I'm just saying, it's sufficient enough that you can come downtown. They have activities like everybody else. And they have the Harriet boat or something like that. They have, you can go on the river boat, but you just got to do your research and see. But overall, I'm just saying, like, and then guess what? At the end of the day, if they don't have what you want and they're not hopping like you want to hop, save your little pennies. Get on some kind of program, price line, or whatever you got to do. Get connected to the bus and and travel out of here whenever you want to. If you get too bored, that's how I do, honey. I try to make sure I keep me a car child. So, you know, what is this? This is David Gray. I've heard of him. Hold on. Oh yes, this is Fred David Gray. I didn't see the Fred. Fred David Gray. I know this camera's shaking. Y'all so sick of me. I know. Fred David Gray, advocate for victims in history. Gray represented the 623 victims of the infamous Tuskegee syphilis study, in which the U.S. Public Health Service experimented from 1932 to 1972 on the effects of untreated syphilis, using African American men from rural Macon County as unwitting research subjects. Available medical treatment was withheld from the men in the study. In 1975, Gray negotiated a settlement for the victims and their survivors. In 1997, President Bill Clinton apologized on behalf of the nation to survivors in a White House ceremony, during which he called Gray a great friend of freedom and thanked him for the fighting this long battle all these long years. That same year, Gray initiated, in honor of the victims in the memory of Bernice Hill Gray, the Tuskegee Human and Civil Rights Multicultural Center, a museum dedicated to the history of the Tuskegee syphilis study and to the roles of the Native, European, and African American peoples who have lived in what is now Macon County, Alabama. Y'all, did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that? Here it is around here too. Fred David Gray, civil rights attorney and legislator, born in 1930 in Montgomery. Gray was among the foremost civil rights attorneys of the 20th century. Forced by segregation to leave Alabama to attend law school, he vowed to return and destroy everything segregated I could find. Overall, a 6-decade career. His cases desecrated transportation, education, housing, law enforcement, public accommodations, and government. In the U.S. Supreme Court, Broward versus Gale won the Montgomery bus cop, and the Go Milling and Lightfoot versus Lightfoot ended in gerrymandering of the Tuskegee and set the stage for one man, one vote. Lee versus Macon desegregated all Alabama public elementary and secondary schools. Dixon versus Alabama extended the rights of college students. His clients included Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., John Lewis, Vivian Malone, Harold Franklin, Freedom Riders, Selma to Montgomery marchers, and the Tuskegee syphilis study victims. In 1970, he and Thomas Reed were the first African Americans since Reconstruction elected to the Alabama legislature. In 2002, he was the first African American president of the Alabama Bar Association. Fred David Gray, y'all. He did all that. You better remember that. You better remember that name. You understand me? Oh, honey. And don't think just because you lived up north that you all that. The reason why they didn't go up north, because we exposed them in the south. And yes, the north helped us, but suppose no one would have exposed them. And then they would have just creeped up their way up to the north, and y'all would have been in the same situation we would have been. So, honey, oh, honey, thank you, Jesus. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm not going to read y'all to death today, but I just want to give you something to think about. And you know, I started to pretend like I'm some reporter. Like this is train breaker out and out or whatever. Yeah, I can't even say it. That's why I wasn't gonna say it because my words getting taken up. But anyway, as usual, I love y'all. Be good to each other. You can't expect no one to be good to us if we're not good to ourselves. Love you.